everybody. My name is Ms. Hay, and I am one of the music teachers on campus as well as the choir director. So as a teacher in the music department, some of the classes that you can take are general music, music theory, or if you enjoy singing, choir. If singing's not your thing, I'm also going to be offering a ukulele class next semester. So, general music is where you learn about music in general. Instruments, how they make sounds, how to build them, what they're made of, and a little bit of the basics on how to read and write music. Take music theory if you want to go to the next level of reading and writing sheet music and start creating your own pieces, your own music, your own compositions. We have two options for choir. We have our auditioned choir, repertory singers. We compete and we do higher level music. If that's a little bit much for you, we also have our non-auditioned concert choir, which might be a great fit. And last but not least, a new class that we're offering is the ukulele class. If any of those sound like fun to you and you have more questions, come on down to the choir room and I would be happy to meet you and answer any questions you have.
With a window facing west.
Hi, I'm Mr. Hammond Mills and I teach Intro to Programming, Marketing, Accounting 1 and 2, Intro to Engineering and Design, Advertising and Graphic Design, and Product Design. In Intro to Programming, we learn block-based programming language called Snap. In programming with Python, we work with industry professionals and learn the language Python. In marketing, we learn about pricing, product, promotion, distribution. In entrepreneurship, we learn how businesses operate and run. In Intro to Engineering Design, we use Fusion 360 to create 3D models and then 3D print and use a CNC router to machine out our projects. In accounting, we learn the basics of accounting for sole proprietorship. In advertising and graphic design, we learn how to use Photoshop and Illustrator to create advertisements. In product design, we use a combination of everything you learn in my classes: Illustrator, Photoshop, Fusion 360, 3D modeling to create products and then sell them, make money.
Hi, I'm Miss White. I teach the arts and the performing arts here at Sweet Home High School. With our Introductory to Art class, students get a little bit of experience and all of the other work they might do in an art class later, such as drawing, painting, three-dimensional work. They get a good foundation in all of those things. In classes such as ceramics, a three-dimensional art class, students get their hands on the artwork. They can be making things that are sculptural, or they may be making things that are more utilitarian in nature. My advanced students learn how to create a portfolio. A portfolio is very important for students who want to continue in the arts because it's something that can be used on applications for scholarships, colleges, and future art jobs. With the performing arts, students have the opportunity to participate in an after-school performing arts program. They learn how to do a little bit of all of the things that go into putting on a show, including acting, setting up production and production design, tech design as well, using a light and soundboard, and maybe even a little bit of filming.
I'm Austin Hart. I'm the metal shop teacher at Sweet Home High School. I teach a whole series of different classes. You're going to take Metals 1, Metals 2, Metals 3, and manufacturing out here. Metals 1 and Metals 2 are going to be basic entry-level welding classes where you are going to learn different welding processes and cutting processes and different shop equipment. Metals 3 and manufacturing are ran together as a production class. Metals 3 students are more of the labor and manufacturing is more of the foreman. That's the class that we're going to take on outside projects or internal projects and go through the entire process from planning to bidding to material processing to building and kicking out a final product.
I'm I'm Zach Brown. I teach natural resources and forestry at the high school. Some of the classes that we have here are Forestry 1, Forestry 2, Forestry 3, Forest Management, and Wildlife. In Forestry 1, we talk about kind of more the safety aspect of things and different kind of careers that we can go into. Spend about 3/4 of our time in class and then another quarter outside. Once you get up to Forestry 2, we spend about half the time in the classroom and then half the time outside the classroom. So with those skills, what we're going to do is firewood production, using the crosscut saws and chainsaws, which you'll take a safety course on those. Forestry 2, we're half inside, half outside, and learn some more about them, and then we'll go out and use those skills outside. And Forestry 3, we're all outside for the most part. We'll teach about the different skills that we do for our competitions. We'll go to 5 or 6 different competitions throughout the year and compete against other schools in technical and physical events, such as job interview, tree ID, plant ID, tool ID, and other things like crosscut, power buck, pole climb. In forestry, we tend to stick to more trees and outdoor activities. Wildlife is a fun one. We get to go boil deer skulls, learning about different species of deer, elk, tanning hides and preserving them in the classroom. Bring the hide in here and we'll tan it in class. Talk about different wildlife in Oregon, ethical hunting, non-ethical hunting, try and promote a good conservation in that class.
My name is Laura Parrish, and I'm the health occupations teacher here at Sweet Home High School. We are in the beginnings of starting our health occupations program here at the high school. This program is a way for students to learn about all the careers that are involved in the healthcare field. We are currently offering, as freshmen and sophomores, you can take a class called Intro to Health Occupations. In this class, you learn about all the different opportunities you have in healthcare for jobs. We learn a lot about those careers. We also learn a little bit about medical terminology, and we do a lot of hands-on activities so that we can build the skills we need to be successful in the health field. Currently, we're doing a dentistry unit, so we're working with mirrors. We also get to do sutures. We get to do a lot of hands-on activities as we learn what's involved with working in the healthcare field. As part of this program, we also offer a class in sports medicine that you can take as an upperclassman. You learn how to tape, you learn some about anatomy, you learn the things you need to do to help care for any kinds of sports injuries. Also, as part of our program, we offer anatomy and physiology and medical terminology, which are taught by Mrs. Snyder here at the high school. In those classes, you learn some of the basic knowledge that you need to be successful in the healthcare field. We're excited to be starting this program at the high school and hope that it's something that you will be interested in so that you can explore all your many options that are available for you in the health field.
Hello, my name is Mr. Smithson. I teach Ag Structures and Ag Power Systems here at Sweet Home High School. Each of those classes are broken up into 2 parts, Introduction and Advanced. In Introduction to Ag Structures, you learn all the basic tools and safe practices within the wood shop. In Advanced Ag Structures, you learn more complex building techniques, including plumbing and electrical, as well as building larger projects like sheds, chicken coops. In Introduction to Power Systems, we learn about 4-stroke motors like Briggs & Stratton engines, lawnmower engines, things that you would find on a mini bike or a go-kart. We tear those motors all the way down to parts and then reassemble them back, learning how all of those parts function together to make power. In Advanced Power Systems, we do more independent projects and work on 2-stroke motors like chainsaws. We work on larger projects like tractors. We also work on some automotive projects, learning basic automotive maintenance and repair.
Bienvenidos a la clase de español. I am Profe Nichols, the Spanish teacher of Spanish 1 and Spanish 2 over at the high school. The most important aspect is comprehensible input. So with that, we start out with using something called TPR, Total Physical Response, where you move to command, standing up, sitting down, jumping. In this class, we're going to do listening and speaking and reading and writing. And so we use songs and we use short readings and silly stories to accomplish that. So we start out with something called the Super 7, which is a lot of verbs that if you know those, you can communicate right away and you can understand stories right away. Spanish 1 and 2 are both academic courses, so you'll want to be ready to dive into storytelling, to listening, reading, writing, speaking, and learning some geography and some culture in language class. Gracias por escuchar. Hasta pronto. See you soon. Adios.
I'm Mr. Jacobson and I'm the Ag Science teacher at Sweet Home High School. The classes that I offer are Ag Technologies, Animal Science, Horticulture, Veterinary Sciences, and Greenhouse Nursery Management. In Ag Technologies, you are going to learn about the basics of the agricultural industry, both within our state and outside of our state. In Animal Science, you're going to be introduced to the animal industry for both small and large animals and basic care and management of those animals. In horticulture, you're going to be learning about plant science from how the plant grows to how to care for those plants. In veterinary sciences, you're going to learn basic veterinary skills to help prepare you for a veterinary technician's program or possibly for vet school in the future. In greenhouse nursery management, we are going to learn about the greenhouse nursery industry, which is the largest agricultural industry in the state of Oregon, earning annually over $1 billion in our state. I look forward to having you in my classes next year.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Haggis, and the two electives that I teach at Sweet Home High School is physical conditioning for women and outdoor PE. In physical conditioning for women, we work out every day. We do cardiovascular activities, weightlifting in the weight room twice a week. We do yoga. We go to the pool and go swimming once a week. In outdoor PE, we spend our time in our classroom learning about different outdoor activities, and then we go on field trips throughout the term. That includes skiing and snowboarding. We go whitewater rafting, we go rock climbing, and then we end the term with a 2-night backpacking trip. It's a really exciting class. You have to be a junior or senior to sign up for that class, so I hope you get an opportunity to do that.
My name is Mr. Best. I am one of the PE teachers here at the high school. I teach a couple of elective classes. We do PE 1 and PE 2, which is also known as sports and games, and then weightlifting and conditioning. For your PE classes, you're going to be able to play a lot of awesome games. We're going to learn about strategies and rules of those games and just be able to compete in our class and have a lot of fun. It's usually really awesome. And then the weights class, if you sign up for weightlifting, you're going to be able to do more individual type of workouts. We'll teach you technique and we'll teach you how to use a ton of pieces of equipment in this room. And at the end, you should be able to come up with your own weightlifting program. Should be pretty awesome. Looking forward to having you guys in class.
Hi, I'm Ms. Foley. I'm the Family and Consumer Sciences teacher here at Sweet Home High School. We teach 2 subject areas. The first one is beginning sewing, and then all of the other classes are culinary arts classes. So in beginning sewing, we give you the experience of getting to use a sewing machine. We do several different projects. The first one we start with is this pillowcase one of my current students made. It's very cute. She did a great job. We are also going to make these fun little bags. You're going to sew a zipper in it, so it'll be great for cosmetics or school supplies or whatever you want to put in there. We also make aprons, so you can wear these to your culinary arts class when you take those. 2-sided apron, matching fabrics, super cute. We also let you choose some of your own projects, and we also do some hand sewing projects as well. On the culinary side, I teach several different classes. The first one is Culinary 1, which is where you'll start. And Culinary 1 spends a lot of time talking about food safety. We want to keep you safe and keep others safe while you're in the kitchen. You learn how to make some simple recipes that you can make at home, some easy dinners, just snacks and things like that as well. And then when you get into Culinary 2, that's our baking and pastry arts class. And so we go through quick breads and yeast breads, learn all kinds of different techniques for making those food items, and then we'll get into some decorating, cakes, and specialty desserts towards the end of the semester. Culinary 3 is all about international cooking, so we'll tour the globe and try different foods that we've never had before. Lots of fun. If you have any questions, please swing by room B6 and I'll be happy to answer those for you.
Hey, I'm Mr. Emmer. I teach PE and health here at the high school. I have 4 electives, PE 1, PE 2, lifetime activities, and strength and conditioning. In PE 1 is usually the first PE most people take here, and it is fitness and games, intro to different sports and games, and then we do a fitness test and other fitness activities. And then I have PE 2, which is sports and games, and we do all sorts of sports and games in that one. We do court sports, field sports, we're inside, outside, and do a lot of team sports in that and team building stuff. And then I got lifetime activities, which is activities that you can do your whole life. One big one is walking, so we do a lot of walking, but we play disc golf and cornhole and bocce ball and a lot of laid back games, and it's a lot of fun. And then the last one I teach is weightlifting and conditioning, which we do in here, and you just learn how to get comfortable in the weight room, how to do different Olympic lifts. You get stronger in here. So those are the 4 electives I teach. I'm excited to have you in my class.
My name is Miss McIntyre, and I'm a new English teacher this year, and the elective class that I get to offer this year is creative writing with a narrative lens. Creative writing is an opportunity for students to explore writing as a process instead of a product, which we so much often in school end up doing as we turn in an essay and then we feel like we're done. So my hope with this class is that we can look at different ways of writing stories and writing narrative pieces where we get to look at the editing process and the revision process with each other as a student body of writers. The goal is that by the end of class, we will have a class-wide portfolio so that you can see the process of writing from beginning to end of year. And we will get an opportunity to write all kinds of different pieces, including poetry, script writing, narrative nonfiction, which is exploring a piece of historical events that happen as if you are there, and a personal narrative. My hope is that in taking this class, you will find the value in writing as a much richer experience. I really look forward to teaching this class, and I look forward to seeing what people can create.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Macklin. I'll be the teacher for the new course called Sports Literature. In this course, we'll be reading various texts. Some of them are fiction, but most of them are nonfiction, looking at the history of sports and its impact on society and the lessons that we can learn from them in our own lives and also while we compete in sports. I'm really looking forward to this class, and I'm excited to see you guys next year.
Tutor. I'm the director of bands at Sweet Home High School. We have 4 offerings for instrumental music. We have the concert band, wind ensemble, jazz band, and mixed ensembles. The concert band is for beginning and intermediate students that would like to develop technique and skills. They perform formal concerts, Christmas parade, and have the opportunity to join the pet band for assemblies and games as well. The wind ensemble is our premier group. This is an advanced group that is by audition only, and they perform all concerts and games, many community performances as well. The jazz band is a new offering next year that I'm really excited about. This is a group that will study lots of different jazz styles such as swing, fusion, Latin, funk, and many more. This group will also work on developing improvisation skills. The last group that we have an offering for is mixed ensembles. This is for the student that would like to develop personal skills that will lead into solos, duets, trios, and it's a great opportunity to also work up audition material for groups such as All-State Band, perhaps Music in May, and maybe even college auditions if they're going into music in college. If you would like to learn more about any of our programs, please come talk to me. I'm always excited to talk music.